welcome back to my channel. I am here and excited to show you this project I've worked on for my children. You know, they were kind of bored with the toys and things they had in the backyard, so I wanted something to get them excited to come out back since, you know, COVID, they can't really do too much now. So I wanted a playhouse. I chose one, and my parents, who are the best, bought this playhouse for my little ones. So we spent lots of time painting it, decorating it, and I want to take you along on that journey with me because I'm really excited about it. This is kind of my dream house, so I hope my kids like it. So come along with me while I take this journey of doing a makeover on my little playhouse. Okay, so this is the type of paint I bought for the wood. Um, I wanted to buy a quality paint because I live in desertous climate. It could be 117 degrees that day, and after time, you know, wood is going to warp and it really doesn't last in a desertous climate. So I really wanted good paint that's going to protect the wood. So I got, if you can even still read it, this is a latex it's primer. So this is a primer, latex, all weather. It's supposed to be a good one to prime it before you actually paint. This one is the white paint, which is Sherwin-Williams Everlast. Supposed to be the best one they have. And then I got Sherwin-Williams. They didn't have the Everlast, but this was the next step down. And also Sherwin-Williams. And these are satin paints. So it's kind of like somewhere in the middle, not matte, not glossy. And of course, it's outdoor weather-resistant paints.
For this project, we used both paint rollers and paint brushes.
Okay, so this is what we have so far. It came in 2 different boxes. It's a pretty good size Playhouse Cottage. And you see it comes in like this grayish blue color, which I want white. I want the windows, which these are plastic. I want them to be black. And I'm gonna repaint the roof black because it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of a rough finish and it's not very, I don't know, it just looks faded already. And so you can see the door that was like a velvet red, it's black now. And the other side is still red, but now it's black. And even the white parts of the house, I don't know if you can see the difference, but it looks like an eggshell white. Kind of looks like the desert dust is blown on it already versus white, which it needs another coat of paint. But you can already see the difference in the white. And I wanted it to be pure white because we get so much desert dust, it's going to end up looking like this anyway. I don't want the house to be brown. And then over here, it came with, you know, black hardware. Came with little cute fruit and vegetables, eyes with pots, pans, and spatulas, blenders, the doorknob, and then came with this phone. I don't know about the phone. It kind of looks like a, take it out of the box. Looks like the green and yellow sponge pad that I clean my toilet with, so I'm not a fan of this. Like, I kind of want to spray paint that. The mailbox, and then the sink, which I have spray painted the sink gold so far. I think that looks good. Let's try that again. And doorknob.
Here's the brand of spray paint that I ended up using.
Okay, so I am about to lay out some plastic, not tarp, but plastic to be able to have more area to paint and be more efficient, and instead of using the little blanket I thought would be good enough. And I'm gonna spray paint the windows next because even though I do have latex paint, which will work with plastic, the windows are plastic, I don't want to have it looking streaky because with a brush it can look a little streaky. So I'm just gonna do it in spray paint and see how it goes.
So originally I was going to paint every piece of the house, turn it over, paint the other side, and then assemble the house. But once I realized how much work goes into building the house, I quickly decided to go back to the maker of the house, and they sent a contractor out to put it together. From there, Daddy and Uncle Mark painted the house inside and out, and that worked out so much better.
Here, I'll hold this. I got this. Not quite tight enough.
Did you do it?
Sometimes
So
you just
much
gotta,
more
like,
graceful than
you
me.
can't just be like, yeah, sometimes you just gotta like pump it.
That's hilarious.
I did end up spray painting the kid's phone, and I do like it a lot better in silver than the yellow and green that it came with. Here I measured every wall of the house so that I can cut this foam flooring so that the floor is not so hard when the kids are playing on it. Normally this part probably wouldn't be so complicated in other little cottages because the floor is either going to be a square with equal walls or a rectangular shape with similar shaped walls, but in the particular house that I have, every single wall is a different measurement from the next. So this made it a little more complex to cut out the pieces. But in the end, I was very happy with the results. It resembled a hardwood floor. I wanted the cottage to have a house number, so I ordered these two numbers, but at the last minute only one number was available in gold. So I spray painted it with primer first, and then I spray painted it in gold. Next, I wanted to work on arrangements for the house to sort of add color and life to the house. So I went with artificial arrangements. I went to Hobby Lobby. I found lots of different succulents to work with, and I just used old flower pots that I had and wanted to use soil so it sort of looked more authentic. However, I would advise, if you live in a windy place like I live, finding a couple stones to weigh it down. And if not, I definitely would use a little bit of the green styrofoam blocks to make sure heavier arrangements like succulents don't fall over. But when they're pretty full, they don't really fall over, kind of like I've arranged them. I bought a couple chalkboards to make cafe and diner signs to hang in the windows. I figured it would add a little more character to the house. This is the larger succulent arrangement that I made for the front of the house to go under the window, and I really love how it turned out. So originally I was going to use this shoe rack slash bench and use it as sort of a table slash shelving unit for the inside of the house. But once I put it in the house, I realized there were little wood planks holding up the top shelf, and otherwise it would have been a perfect fit. So instead, I found these perfect little bar stools to fit in that space. I assembled pieces from a temporary shoe rack to create storage for the kids' toys inside of the house. And last but not least, I had a custom sign built for the front of the house for the kids. Alright, thanks for tuning in, and I'm so glad you came on this journey with me on remaking my children's little beautiful home. If you have any questions, please comment below. I would love to answer any of your questions about your own baby home makeover. Stay tuned for my next episode.